helping refugees. Thank you. Thank you. It's tough being refugee. Now, where's Clutch Cargo? Speed Racer? No, I just like and subscribe. Now.
Trooper reporting for duty. Keep moving, Trooper. Oof. 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 Heads up. Little help here.
Didn't want to hear too much of that one. How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii. Gentlemen. Ha! Take two. My comlink is broken too. Shut up. Come on. Okay. Yes. Welcome to Friday, the 18th. I'm doing WHENevah. There's a little vlog, a little general info, a little newsy woos, and well, vlog me. My little weird 2 weeks of, and this is just someone else's appointments. It's been switched around, so Saturday, Friday. Anyways, it's WHENevah, so I can do them every day, or not at all, or whenever. So that was the whole idea. So let's start off with the paper for Hawaii. Hawaii news is this. Ta-da! Kahele calls for a return to Makua Valley. Another proposed home of Sharkman, Nana Ue. But not for real. But this has a cave. But anyways, this story is about Kai. Hey, Kai. And he's going to take back the military land for Waianae. If you're Howley, be careful if you go to Waianae. And the other thing is Ukraine getting smashed. Our hearts are broken. Mariupol is the one getting smashed right now. I mean, they just took on over Sudoku. They took on over, and they just, because that's just the way Putin is. When he loses, he never loses. He can't lose face. He can't lose. So when he's losing, he's not losing. So this is all very strange. And this is where we're going to focus a little bit today on Putin. That's why I got his little freaking... Look, he looks so much younger. I'm going to talk about back in the day with Putin. So anyways, I mean... It's, I don't know. There's so much to unpack about him that it's sort of hard to be detailed and accurate without. I mean, I saw a documentary. What do they call those things? Documentaries on Putin and his. Oh my God, this guy is like. This guy's like. He's not Don Corleone, like a mob boss. Don Corleone. Don Corleone was kind. Don Corleone had scruples. Don Corleone's like, get the bambino fender, but not those. Which I'll punch on your back. All that kind of Don Corleone. This guy is just like the ruthless mob boss. Hey, you said something bad about me, and you're missing, or poisoned radioactive tea, or imprisoned. You know, so this guy's got a lot of things. So this is take two. I had it going on until I had a China syndrome with my nuclear power plant. I didn't plug in my computer, and it went into hibernation. And it went into a kind of a labyrinth, and then it just shut down, and the whole file was corrupted. I was like, but it's not I'm trying to say it's not the hex, but the hex still goes on. The hex is brought on by demonic forces because they're attracted to the malignant narcissistic personality disorder. Not like, oh, look, I look good to me. Not that narcissistic. Narcissistic as in this thing, the NPD thing, person. And I should know because I was attacked by one of these for like freaking decades. And, but my computer went down because I didn't plug it in, and but it's similar. But you know that Putin is also narcissistic. That's the thing, is I got a little bit of, like, you might say, experience, because once I was attacked, I could find out other people had that happen to them, and there's a name for that, and there's definite symptoms or character traits. And Putin too. One is that he can't be wrong. And him, if you can't be wrong, if you tell him he's wrong, you disappear. And so here's Russia. It's got oligarchs, like 20 of these super wealthy people. It's got the state police. It used to be the KGB. Now it's the FSB, which doesn't stand for Federal Savings Bank, so you USAA people can rest assured. But FSB or something like that. So it's KGB nowadays. And he used to be actual KGB, and he doesn't think any different from those days. So when Gorbachev went down, they lied to US Congress about Russia building up arms. So when they lied to US Congress went, oh, here's lots of billions of dollars, make more arms. And they made more arms. Thank you, Reagan. Russia finds out about that. They start building some arms. And then there's like, let's outspend the other person building arms. And then we got, but Russia ran out of money and went bankrupt. And Gorbachev went on TV. It was 1990. Gorbachev went on TV and said, I'm sorry, there's no more Soviet Union. We want no more money. Yeah, no more. We got lots of missiles, but no money. And that's when the wall came down, and Reagan was a hero because he solved the Cold War. He out-bankrupt Russia and put the U.S. in debt that we still feel it today. Shh. No one's supposed to look at that part of history. But in Russia, they're outlawing the TV. They're trying to tell the people. Now, when I say Russia, it's not, there's Putin and his cronies and the state police, and then there's the population of Russia, of Russian people. They're not the bad guys, remember. They're just being lied to. But they kind of know they're being lied to, and a lot of them, like at least over a third of them, don't like it. Or over a third of them will actually say a little bit of something. 2/3 of them are like, yeah, but But about a third of them are a little bit vocal about it. And that's what comes in, because the whole point of this exercise is, how is Putin going to be stopped? So when he was elected president, Gorbachev went down. They got a president. Oh, we're going to be president. We're going to be much like the USA. We're going to be like you Americans. And we're going to open to the American system. We're going to be capitalistic. And it started off okay, right? It did start off okay. And then businesses started going into Russia, and they were starting to make deals. And these billionaires kept on getting billionaires, because when it all went bankrupt, certain few people in the party got like the nickel mines and this and that. That's why they're all riding billion-dollar yachts and multi-billion, because they profited on bankruptcy from the country. And now they're a close little group trying to keep power, control the money, and the rest of the people can go F off, but they lie to them. And so there was a Russian television news station in the UK. Let's try this one, see if this works a little bit. Hope I don't mess this up. There's a Russian television, RT, in the UK, and they took away its license because it wasn't proper. that television station is just not proper. So now we're doing that too. Well, at least the UK is doing that. Let's go back here very carefully because I don't like that's the color's getting better. But anyways, the Russian people just can't say jack, but people are speaking out. Now, Putin got elected president. It was going okay, and then it started to go back Soviet style. I mean, that's all he knows in a lot of ways. Money, power, chicks, I guess, $1 million lots. I don't know what he's got going on. And then that's all he knows. So, and when the oligarchs would cross him, he would put them in jail. So it's not like the millionaires are controlling him. He's controlling them. He's like, oh, well, the billionaire's like, oh, don't put me in prison. Oh, Mr. President, don't put me in prison for all this time. I'm just a poor billionaire. What do I need to do to play the game? He's like, well, 50%. So that's what it's like. He's like, holy crap. So he's got control of the power. He lies to the military. Even the military is not quite on their side, so they're not good with this military warfare. Now, I saw this movie called Die Hard. It was on TV. It was Live Free and Get Hard, or Get Hard and Die. I don't know. It was Bruce Willis, but it was one of the sequels where he pairs up with the guy that was in, I don't know, Jeepers Creepers. The guy that was in the IBM versus Mac commercials. Oh, here's the old IBM guy, and here's the young Mac guy. It was like that. That guy, anyways, he was the computer nerd in this movie, and the whole movie is based on Bruce Willis saving the USA from Armageddon because the terrorists were planning a cyber attack. So the whole thing was a cyber attack that knocks down everything. Everything's controlled by computers. And in the science world, everything is explained by DNA. You have DNA, you can build a dinosaur. You have DNA, you can solve anything. You have DNA. There's too much confidence in DNA. And in this sense, there's too much confidence in cyber attacks. That's the idea. See, in the movie, it's great. It's like, oh my gosh, there's everything. And then Bruce Willis said, we'll get the guys. We'll find out where that, hacker guy is. And they used other hacker guys, and they're out there doing the hack. But in reality, when you look at, here's an article done. I'll try to be painless. Limits of cyber warfare. Limits. Now, maybe this will be the thumbnail. Don't use the nukes. See, that's the thing is, when we have mutually assured destructions, he's got nukes. Enough nukes to wipe out U.S. like several times over. Not to be ignore that, but the thing is, it's a suicide mission to do so for their whole country. So, he wants to be on the yacht. He wants lots of money and power. He doesn't want to go out in a blazer. But he's been priding himself. If the economy, that's what I fight the best. But he's relying on lies. He's lying to the people. He hasn't given a report on the Russian soldiers that are fighting this. Well, what did he call it? Thing that's not called an invasion of Ukraine. The Russian soldiers are getting killed. The ground warfare, they're running out of gas, running out of petrol. It's kind of poorly planned. They had a plan that was kind of from World War II. Let's try the Blitzkrieg thing. It worked for Hitler. They're trying stuff that's not working nowadays. And because the Ukrainian has heart, they're fighting for the homeland. They're like, I thought we were here for exercise? Why are we shooting at our brother Ukrainians? Kind of thing. And they're getting killed. Remember the Molotov cocktails and all that stuff? They're getting killed. So they haven't sent a report back to Mother Russia and the mothers of Russia about how many people were killed in action. So, they haven't done that for, I don't know, almost a month. So that eventually is going to be found out. How many people are really dying? They brought little crematoriums on the back of the truck to cremate the soldiers. I guess so they can kind of, ooh, we don't know what happened to him. Ooh, I don't know. Let's check the paperwork. I don't know. It's sort of a cover up as they go. So, he's in there saying he had a mass rally in Moscow. They said to some of the people, you can get out of the university for free as long as you go to this concert. So they went to this concert, and there's this stadium and this gazebo-looking thing with lights, red, white, and blue, because the same kind of colors. Red, white, and blue, and they're having the concert. And they got this concert. They got this concert footage. The students going, yeah. And then the real thing is Putin made a speech. And so Putin makes a speech, and the Putin speech is like saying stuff like, we're out there to lie, relieve the suffering of the Ukrainians, lie, to relieve the genocide of the Ukrainians, especially in those Donbas regions that are a little bit on the border of Russia. The ones that they took illegally. Crimea was given to Ukraine, and they took it back by invasion. So they're doing everything by invasion. And it's a military action that's killing innocent people. I mean, definitely he's a war criminal. He was a war criminal before this. I mean, John McCain, not John, the guy, the senator, not the diehard guy, McCain, whatever, the Arizona guy was going. I met the guy, I told him this, because he was killing people, poisoning them and stuff. So anyways, in this, how do we stop Putin? The president, U.S., Joe Biden, he talked to China, the president of China, because China's like, hey, we know them, these are our friends. And Putin's like, yeah, we got friends. Hey, China, come help us out. He's counting on China backing him up. But China doesn't want a part of this. The sanctions with all the international you're in a box now. Money-wise, China doesn't want nothing to do with that. They just want to take over Taiwan and don't fuck with us because we got missiles too. China's China. They don't want to do the mistakes that Putin is doing and has done. So President Biden's doing right. Going, come on, China, come on. I'll tell you what, this guy's a loser. In the meantime, how do we stop it though? He's invading, and then the cyber warfare. Here's the cyber warfare thing. Let me give you a clue here. Oh, he's going to attack us with cyber warfare. Oh, beware. John McClane, detective, die harder, get hard. That must have been the erectile dysfunction stuff. It says this cyber stuff is not magic. Studies about cyber weaponry. It's not transformational. It's not like going to change the character of the war. It's not, or the kicker of the article is bombs and guns prove more damaging than cyber weapons in attacking Ukraine. It says, yeah, because the cyber stuff is not going well. So here's something interesting. It's like one of the first things they set to do is Putin, before the invasion, he was going to put out the cyber attack. He's going to do these other things, these clandestine things, and then we'll use the computers to shut off all their essentials like the power grid and the water and the train station and the street lights. And John McClane's going, no, run the other way, get out of the car, don't stay in there. Here comes a helicopter with bullets. Get hard and die. I mean, live free and die harder. Whatever it was. It was Bruce Willis. Anyways, it's not like that. So, but here's some logic here. This is me when I first started to read this before they're getting into their argument of cyber. They can't do the cyber because it connects to other cyber stuff, and then there would be Russia did it, and Netherlands is going, you mother Russian, because their stuff is power grids and stuff. But here's what I thought, just looking at this. They're going to use the computers to shut down the power grid? Okay, mic drop. How are you going to use the cyber? How are you going to use the computers if the power's off? Oh, they're going to attack me with my computer. I just had this thing. This thing just turned on. I didn't unplug it and it went boop. China melted. Anyways, there it is. So how are we going to do it? Well, here's the answer. Revolution. You say there's gonna be revolution, oh, you know. We all wanna change the world. Talking about the Constitution, you know. If you're talking about restriction, baby, you can cut me, you know, it's gotta pay. Not talking us, not talking U.S. revolution. I'm talking the mothers of Russia. I'm talking about the 1/3 of the population of Russia is going to turn into 2/3 of the population of Russia, and they got outspoken people too in there that help Putin. He's going to be overturned. He's going to go out probably first. And that's the hope for today. Aloha! Don't join any tea parties. Radioactive stuff. Drink fresh water. Fresh this, fresh that. Don't be fresh with me. Just bring some fresh aloha. La la la. There's hope. Dug himself a pit. And he's going to fall into his own pit. That's the way. Oh, wait, one more thing, You know what he said? He said, love, no greater love than to lie down one's life for one's country. Putin quoted the Bible. Oh my God. Aloha.